Shit. Whoa, dude. Whoa. I don't know. I don't know what I'm worrying about. I look. I look very chuddy today. I'm still trying to figure this out. And like what I'm gonna do, because it's like, oh, I got to set up a consistent schedule or whatever. And then my plan is like, I don't know. I clip these up because it's basically what I do in my videos anyway. But I want to make higher quality videos, but I'm lazy and I'm busy. And I don't really have a consistent schedule, so I'm still trying to figure things out. But I think when my head just gets full, I just want to do this. Just want to do this casually. Nothing to it. And also, I want to finish Gauntlet, which I've been fucking around on, and I might as well do now because I've got nothing better to do. Um, I've got what do I got? I don't know what the fuck I got. Where do I even start with this fucking week, man? I mean, not that much happened. I was playing a stream yesterday. I, is this thing too loud? I'm gonna cross my fingers and pray to fucking God that my audio isn't just completely fucked. Which usually it is when it comes in post. Usually it's crackly, or there's like the gain is too fucking high, and I didn't mic check or test it. So I'm just gonna hope to God. I'm just gonna hope to God. And I got like a. It's like fucking. It's been getting cooler. I will admit it's been getting cooler. It's not 120, like it was like a week ago. But because it's been rainy. It's been rainy. I don't know if you can see anything. It's been very rainy out. Um, but I still got a fan on because I will literally just fucking die. I'll literally just die in here, if I don't have a fan on. And I hope that doesn't pick up on my mic. But I don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit. I have zero viewers, meaning I have zero expectations, meaning I can do really whatever the fuck I want, to be honest. And I can run this as shittily as I want, which is awesome. That's the best part. Um, and hey, I'm just figuring things out. You got to start somewhere, you know. Why you kicking? Why are you trying to stomp on somebody's dreams? You know, why you try to kick a man when he's down? I don't know. Some shit like that. I cry bully you. Um, but yeah, I mean, the big thing that happened. I was thinking of streaming yesterday because the big thing that happened. If you pay attention to politics or at least online politics at all, I know like politics is fucking cringe and gay, but uh, I like being cringe and gay. That's like my pastime. Also, this hat. Do I look more chuddy? I need to grow out my hair again. This looks awful. Do I look more chuddy with or without the hat? I think I'm just fucked. I like chuddy no matter what. Yeah. I mean, oh, it's so over. I still have this shit up for some fucking reason. Um, yeah. I mean, I don't even know what to say, dude. This is the political article that I mean everybody saw. I'm not gonna bother reading it. I mean, he just it's pretty bad. Most cooked, and I think he dropped out already. And I saw all that yesterday because that happened yesterday, and I'm a day late. And I thought I was streaming yesterday, but it was super rainy out. It was super rainy out, and it was raining in like a month, and I like the rain. And it was thundering too, and I like the thunder as well. It's a vibe. It's a vibe when you're inside, you know. So I was just like, I was thinking about, you know, I should maybe like do some stuff. I should maybe do some stuff. I got nothing but free time on my hands. And I realized I don't really give a shit, and I have no really expectation to do anything. So I'm just gonna watch the rain. I literally no video games, no nothing. I put on Sticky Fingers and fucking just good vibe songs, fucking um and just watched it, and it was so nice. It was for like 3 hours of straight thunder and rain. It was flickering. It hasn't had I we haven't had a storm like that in a long time. In maybe 2 or 3 years where there was that much thunder. It was fucking sick. It was fucking sick. Um yeah, I don't know. That's all. That's legit. All I did. I was like, I should be productive, and I'm like, nah, fuck that. And then I got tired and went to sleep. And then I took a nap today, so I got here at like 8. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Just fucking bang it. Just no balls. Yeah, but rape not good. Rape not good. Where do I start the? I do a rape or do a certain dominance? Yeah. Who would have guessed it? The guy with the Nazi tattoo. Oh. I mean, I don't know. I haven't. I'm surprised, cause like a lot of these like online super progressive people, like far lefty people, tankies and stuff like that. Let me just boot up Gauntlet while I'm at it, cause I'm planning just to play some Gauntlet. I was expecting like where the fuck is this? Now let's play the game where I spend the next hour trying to figure out what fucking save this is. I think this is the right one. Also, I forgot how to play this game, so I'm gonna grind the first level for gold and money. How loud is this shit? It doesn't look that loud on the OBS at least, but that shit is always misleading. I say it doesn't look that loud, and then I just get I look at the VOD later, and I just get skull fucked from it. I look at the recording later, I just get skull fucked from it. It's always like you're blisteringly loud, the audio, and you can't hear me at all. But hey, I'm figuring things out. Wait, this isn't the first level. Wait, whatever. These levels are sick anyway. Yeah, but like, I don't even know. I was expecting things to be like really bad. Like I was expecting like people to just like sweep, like a lot of tankies to just sweep for it, you know. And at this point where we're at, where it's like there's just so much like denial and misinformation or whatever, which misinformation is anything I don't agree with. Well, I don't know. I was expecting like a lot more resistance towards this. And a lot of people to just sweep for him, and I don't know. I think I've just gotten from online shit. Maybe I'm too fucking online. I need to take a break for a bit. I've been getting in my mind that like these people are like just like as bad as MAGA people, right? But like after seeing this, I'm pleasantly. Oh, this is a big fucker. Ah no! I fucked up my dodge. I'm dead. I want to bring him somewhere else. After seeing this, I'm surprised how many people just like took it. Like, yeah, he probably did it. Even though there's no solid proof or evidence. It's just like an alleged. But I mean, when you got not one but 2 X's coming out, and so much sketchy shit, like his little Reddit posts, fucking bullshit, and the Nazi tattoo, that's a good one. You know, at some point, it's like, you got so many skeletons in your closet, bro, you get, like, it's cooked for you, Like, one thing on its own, like a ex or something saying, oh, he sexually assaulted me, if there's, like, no proof for it or whatever, it's all just alleged. Look, man, I'm not a ultra, oh shit, yeah, this part you need 2 keys, but they give you a lot of keys. That's poison apple. I don't like that. Look, I'm not fucking ultra, as I may seem, I'm not an ultra woke, you know, believe all women type. Fuck, that's a fucking go. You know, I'm willing to say that there's a level of plausible deniability at times. But like at some point, it's too much fucking baggage. Even if it's not true, it's like, you know. Oh wait, can I just hide behind it? I'm just gonna try. Where is my Superman? This guy has target issues. It's like one of the core weaknesses of the gargoyle, except for this game is so fucking shitty. Like, I don't know. Like, at some point, he's been in the magnifying glass for, I don't want to say 6 months, but for like a better part of like a year, you know? I don't think like a full year. And how many fucking scandals has this guy had already? It's so over. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Tough shit. Tough fucking shit. But I'm very surprised that, maybe I treated online lefties too fucking harshly, Maybe I treated them too fucking harshly. Because a lot of people back down. Most people back down. Like, who didn't back down? What? Kyle Kalinske and Cenk Uygur? Oh, shit. This is my fucking fighting account. I don't want to rape this thing, but I don't want to go to my main either. Let me see. Actually, I might as... Wait, how do I set up, like, a dual... I'm still figuring things out. Shut up. I'm new. I'm new here. I'm new around here. Yeah. Dropped out. Means... It's bad. It's bad, dude. I don't know. There was like some level of denial, but not from any like big figures. Like big figures pretty much were just like fuck it. Like, he did it. He probably did it. It was like Kyle Kalinske and Cenk Uygur, I think, but I don't want to spread misinformation. Maybe I'm retarded. And that's like it. Which like if this was the same thing for like a MAGA person and the right had to defend him, they wouldn't have fucking heart. They would. Like, this doesn't mean I mean, how many sexual assault cases does Trump have? I'm so fucking illiterate. It's awesome. Sexual assault cases. ChatGPT, give me the sexual assault cases, Donald Trump. Yeah, awesome. Various acts. I want to know. I thought it was like 21 or some shit. At least 28 women have publicly accused Donald Trump of various sexual misconduct. Like, I don't know. I might. Like, I have to think about this, because, like, if you're a hated person, or, like, under a big magnifying glass, I'm sure a lot of it, I mean, Trump's not exactly the greatest person. I don't doubt it. But, like, yeah, at some point, you just got to clear distance. But there is nothing that somebody could do on the right that's bad enough to clear distance. I don't know. It is what it is. How do I set up like a dual setup thing? Can I even do that? Let me just search out Cenk Uygur TYT. I haven't seen... There's so much Netanyahu, man. I'm assuming they just did 1 hour-long segment and then cut it up into that. But they love their Jews there, dude. They love their Jews there, dude. I don't know. I don't care. I need to figure out how to do, like, actually, I don't think that would be that hard. I could do it right here. I think you just add another... Would I put it on a separate monitor? I would put it on a separate... Or just, like, add video capture... I think I could do that. But I don't want to break anything. And I kind of want to play Gauntlet. Oh, shit. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, like, I thought there would be a lot more cope. I definitely did think there would be a lot more cope. Which there was. Like, some people were just saying, like, oh, just say it's fake news. Like, as soon as it came out. But these are like plebeian nobodies, in like people's chats and shit, and it's like you don't take them seriously. But it's like when you're at that, like it's a lot part of the brain rot. And when you're at that point where you can just say everything is just fake news, like you're gonna put yourself in bad positions. That's a Pandora's box you can't close. It's sometimes you just gotta take the blows. I don't know. I do not know. How the fuck do I do this? I would want, like, a browser capture, right? Browser capture. Whoa, that's not... That ain't right. No. Get the fuck... Get that shit out of here. I hope that doesn't show up. Big fucking OBS symbol. I don't want game capture. Display capture is my whole screen. That could work, but I don't want display capture either. Video capture. That's camera. Media, image slideshow, image, display capture, color, browser. I'd want browser, right? Window capture. I want window capture, I think. And then I would just make it like File Explorer. What? Well, it has PCX2 available. Maybe I can make PCX2 small? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That shit seems retarded. This shit seems retarded. This shit seems retarded. Oh, wait. I'm not supposed to say that. I'm supposed to say R-word enhanced. My fucking bad. R-word enhanced. I need to grow out my fucking hair. I hate this. I hate wearing hats, and but I hate this cut even worse. I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it. But it was getting hot. It was getting hot, dude. I'm so glad I cut it when I did, because now we're in, like, historic heat waves. I was cutting it because it was getting to, like, 90 degrees, and I had long hair, went all the way down to, like, here. Like, it went down to my chest, like, here. So fucking long. And I liked it. I liked how it looked, but, whew, whew. Oh, you can't do shit, man. You can't run. You can't. It gets when it's this humid, because I live in Virginia, Northern Virginia, Washington D.C., basically. When it gets this hot, fucking kills you. Fucking kills you. And it gets muggy and it gets humid. You go out there, 90% humidity and a 90-degree weather. You can't have long hair. That shit will crucify you. But it is what it is. It's okay. You know, I like how it looks. I like how the long hair looks. But if I would definitely keep it if I lived in somewhere colder or somewhere drier and less humid. But shit, man. I don't know. I kind of fuck with the loop in the third look though at some points. But it doesn't work when I don't shave this shit. You know, if I don't shave for 3 days, I look fucked up. Like, I shaved 3 days ago, I think. And all of this is back. Add source, browser. Like, I want it to... cocaine. Browser. Maybe this is the right play. Maybe this is the right play. It's just gonna be angry at me for a bit. I don't know. Fuck it. And I'll just do like I know it'll work if I just do display capture. Or wait, is it window capture I want? No. I did this before and it got angry at me. Cancel. I don't want window capture. Oh, it's so over. I don't know. I have no expectations. I don't give a shit. That is my excuse for being lazy. You know what I'm curious about? The fuck does Mark Levin think? I know this guy loves talking about Platner. And I need to get like a bingo chart. See if this guy mentions Hassan Piker and Tucker Carlson. Oh, that'd be sick. That will be sick. I'm definitely watching that. And that I don't need video for. Let me just do... I mean, for now, if this stream's a little scuffed, I'm sure there's so many things I'm doing wrong. Give me a sec. Ah! Oh. Almost still got it. Let's fucking go. I don't need that there. Which one is what? Samsung. Boom. That's it. Wait. Oh, no, because it's a big picture. Bonk. Yeah. Sick. Awesome. It's still got the little Windows bar at the bottom, but that's okay. That's fine. That's dandy. We're figuring things out. Shh, I'm sure there's actually a real way to do this. Um, bonk. I'm a fucking modern genius, man. Fucking modern genius. Look, I can turn into a flat top. I just destroy my hat. That's still. Tekken 8 is so dog shit. Oh, that's another thing. It's kind of politics. Fuck. I'm so glad everybody on the entire. I'm so glad everybody, no matter how fucking dumb fuck retarded they are, thinks they have a right to talk about politics, including me. I very much have the right to talk about politics because I'm awesome. Fuck. Dude. It's like Christmas for me, except for it's like Christmas. It's like fucking Christmas for me. I get to talk about politics and fighting games in the same breath. Holy shit. There's nothing that makes me want to gouge my eyes out with a spoon than that. Holy shit. Sajam's at it again, dude. I get to do that one. But I want to finish one thing on my plate before I get too schizophrenic. Here. One thing at a time. I want to... What do we got today? I can hardly see this shit. This is so far off. Jank Uger. Let me just search up Platner instead of fucking scrolling through this loser's channel. Fuck. 1 month ago. Smear pan game. Smear campaign against Grand Platter fell apart. That aged well. I'm sure that aged well. I don't think I've seen that. That's awesome. Denies new allegations. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Like, and it's, I feel like the cope for this would be so easy. Because a lot of people are saying, like, and this is just populist fucking brain rot. Like, your brain's cooked because you have engaged, you have opened. Populism is like, it's effective. It works because the average person, as much as I hate the average person, is fucking retarded. Is R-word enhanced. The average person is R-word enhanced, and populism works on the average person because they're enhanced to R-wordly. And like the thing that work, like it's like doing the dark side. It's like the dark side of the force. It's like the fucking Satsui no Hado, right? It works. It's effective. It's strong. But it's just a rot that corrupts you from the inside. Because the moment that this story drops about, like, I don't know, Grand Platner raping her to a certain dominance, fucking so many people were just saying this is fake news. This is made by the liberal deep state, the fucking, you know, Zionist New World Order, whatever the fuck, man, whatever the fuck. It's just a smear campaign, blah 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 blah. And that's like a lot of the denial I saw from like online lefties. But what was I thinking about? Yeah, it's just like this. I feel like this would be so easy. Like if you weren't an absolute fucking king that wears a crown. Where's my thing to deny this? Like I know exactly what I would say. Because I'm awesome. She, in her story, she says he was blackout drunk, or he seemed blackout drunk, right? And he said he didn't remember anything that happened from the night before. And if that is true, I don't know. I think he would have a level of deniability, but at the end of the day, it's all just alleged, and she didn't go to like the fucking police or whatever, which is normal. That's Look, man, I'm woke. I'm woke too. Like I understand, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. If you really wanted to be a chud, you could deny the shit out of this, which some people were, some people weren't. And I'm very surprised that like the team sports didn't go that far. But yeah, I mean, I have nothing really to say that hasn't already been said. I guess I can update shit. So fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. I don't know. Let me just put on some slop and then game. And then maybe I'll talk about the Sajam thing. Because that's also politics. And that was so much, surprisingly, as funny as it is, for a Grand to I was reproducer dominance. As funny as that is, the Sajam thing is so much more funny. And it's something I care about, even though it's not like mainstream real politics. But fucking Mohammed bin Salman himself, if you play fighting games and you're gay or a woman, he's gonna fucking behead you, dude. You can't go to any tournaments. You can't play. There's no fighting games for you. Mohammed bin Salman of Saudi Arabia is gonna fucking.
This party's gotta look in.
What do we have here? I just gotta. This is the game now. You just gotta put slop on. You just gotta put slop on and jingle keys and then clip it up. I think that's what I gotta do. And it's easy for me while I play hit game Gauntlet, because everything fucking sucks these days. Because of Chipotle and capitalism. Fuck me, man. Dude, I could be such a good performative leftist. I need more bracelets though. I want to look up Mark. I'm so curious because I actually didn't look up Mark Levin. There's no way he doesn't. This isn't like his fucking top thing. Like he's jumping and fucking heel clicking and shit when he heard this story. Liberty is gone. Founding principles destroyed. Is he doing video essays now, man? No way. This better just be a. Cause this looks.
Hey folks, Mark.
He fucking got an AI and everything. No. He's just playing the game.
There's not a police report, correct?
Ow, fuck. I'm getting attacked. Supreme Court prefers citizenship. Oh, that one's a big one, but that's like real politics. We don't do real politics on the internet. What the fuck, dude? Birthright citizenship? No, I didn't look into that. I should. Maybe I've been thinking about doing that, where I just open stream, I read something for like an hour or two, something like actually like academic and not just fucking Vanity Fair or Twitter slop. Like, this has to be about Platner. Come on. Oh, this is just a clip. The Supreme Court activism and birthrights. I think.
Hey
Come
folks,
on,
Mark
man.
Levin here.
Really? Do I have a transcript? I don't have a transcript extension on this. When does he talk about? I'm sure he has to. He has to. Because this dropped, what, yesterday? Or at least most of it. Oh, Oyster Farmer. I hate oysters. He does talk about it. But I got to siphon. I need to get the transcript extension, man.
Even in Paris,
I'm watching this first, and then I'm watching Lefty Cope. Then I'm watching
days.
Lefty Cope.
How about Berlin?
Oh,
Freedom.
This
economic
motherfucker
freedom
is
and human
unlistenable
freedom.
and not 2 times speed,
That's
man.
where the entrepreneurial activity is taking place. Places like that. Places like Tennessee. Places like Texas with low taxes, no income taxes. Used to be California. California is a hellhole of bureaucracy, red tape, massive taxation. And that's why it's not developing anything new. Certainly not the extent that it used to. So nobody wants to switch places with a communist regime or a socialist economic regime.
Fuck me, dude. He's got 2 moves, bro. He's got, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It gets him 3,000 to 4,000 views a video.
Where do the oligarchs exist today?
Oh, dude. I love
regimes.
falling off this hard.
That's where the oligarchs are. Throughout the Middle East, every single Arab.
I hope I can
get
large enough to fall off as hard as Mark Levin does.
Right? Every single one of them.
Oh, this fucking groovy fella.
You look at the communist system. I want to debate him. I don't need to debate crackpots and wackos and so forth who are looking for highs and hits and clicks and all the rest of that crap. I'm not going to play that game. These are lesser lights and they don't mean anything to me.
These are lesser lights.
But let's go.
You gotta
Let's do
play
this.
the game. You gotta play the.
I'm happy to compare the United States of America,
What the fuck
our middle
is going
class, our
on with my
success,
camera?
our civil liberties, to any one of these communist/socialist regimes. Let's do it.
I want to talk about the
compare-
oyster.
compare
Talk
anything.
about the wholesome oyster
Healthcare, let's do it.
farmer that may or may not
Access to
rape
food, let's
somebody.
do it.
What the fuck?
Access to potential good jobs.
Healthcare.
Healthcare. Let's do it. Access
That-
to food. Let's do it. Access to potential good jobs. Let's do it.
Has Mark Levin gone woke?
We win on
Is
every
he a
front.
Marxist?
It's time we understand our country, we understand our societal system, that we understand our economic
Healthcare.
system, and defend it. And
What
defend
the
it not in the
fuck?
abstract.
Why is
Compare
he-
it to what it is they're pushing. They just want you to listen to the rhetoric and the propaganda. Free things, affordability. Hey, hey, man, Tommy.
Why
Come
is
down to the
he-
real
why
world. Let's
is
take a look
he
at how your system works.
focusing?
Let's look at the misery. Actually lives up to your
All right, tread the
Graham
fuck
Platner
out. Tread the fuck
says he
out.
forced her to have sex with him nearly
Yes,
5 years, despite her
there we
repeated objections, an
go.
allegation Platner denies. The
Awesome.
21-year-old Maine resident named Jenny Rasicott. By the way, she's a liberal Democrat.
And now I'm just
Detailed
gonna
the
play
alleged
video
incidents
games
of
the
political
whole
interviews in the
time,
past 2 weeks.
stone-faced.
Politico also spoke with a man she dated and confided in the years after the incident, and reviewed documents including emails between Rasicott and her therapist and messages between
game's so
Rasicott and an
loud.
acquaintance whom she warned against getting involved with Platner years before he ran for office.
I didn't realize.
Rasicott said she had an on and off relationship
He's
with
just
Platner.
reading
Yeah,
the
that was a lot of
story.
money.
I
Who's now
mean,
the Democratic
like,
Senate
I'm
nominee in
not
Maine
a
for more than
fucking
2 years before he
primary
entered
news source.
her rural
I'm
Maine
not gonna
home, uninvited one
fucking-
night in
I'm
late
not gonna fucking
2021,
read shit, bro.
deeply
Get the fuck
intoxicated,
outta here.
and forced himself on her while she repeatedly told him to stop. She said she cut off contact with him after telling him the encounter was not consensual.
Dude, this
She
is
said, I remember him
mono
grabbing
and
my pelvis,
stereo audio?
being really forceful with me. I remember the
this
specific
game-
moment
was
where I
this
thought to
game
myself,
made in
this
the
is no longer my
future?
choice. Platner denied the allegations. He's denied everything. Like that tattoo of the Nazi
Yeah,
camp guards
no
on his chest.
shit.
I had no idea it was Nazis. It was camp guards. I thought it was, box of tricks. What do I know?
There's a
These
bunch
allegations,
of
Platner said, are troubling, serious, and false, and the accusation of non-consensual
It's
behavior is
like a
categorically untrue.
diet.
Rasicott
I'm
previously
very
described reckless and
surprised you
unsettling behavior by
dropped
Platner
that,
to the New York Times,
but
but said she didn't go
guess it
public with a
makes
specific
sense.
assault claim because she didn't want to be known as a rape victim. Rasicott said she later felt compelled to go public about her experience because the reaction to the Times story was dominated by controversy about another woman, Lindsay Fifield, who alleged Platner mistreated her and faced attacks because of her ties to the Republican Party. Politico contacted Fifield. She stood by the allegation she made to the Times and declined to comment further. My part of the story was just a read-over, Rasicott said in an interview. And the story was Lindsay. The accusations of her politically motivated. See, what she's saying is she put the breadcrumbs out there, but the New York Times didn't take it. Of course not. They're busy defending Hamas. Rasicott said she was torn over coming forward in part because she
I
agrees with Platner
can't
politically.
listen to this, man.
One of the reasons I
Okay,
didn't come forward sooner was the huge moral conflict that I had between supporting politics, but not supporting him as a person. I just want the truth out there. I just want people to have a whole scope of who he is as a person. No, he's a scumbag. That's who he is as a person. We've got the whole scope. We'd love to get Bernie Sanders on here to respond. That'll never happen. Rokan Man Kahana, or whatever the hell his name is, he's out there. He's been kissing this guy's ass for a long time now.
That's a guy.
All of them are disgusting. These allegations are very serious, and Graham vigorously denies them. They also, they're also coached and coordinated by out-of-state establishment operatives. What is this? For a year, opponents of this campaign have thrown everything they can at Graham. No, they've just exposed him. Calling him a Nazi? He was. A war criminal? He attacked his own, other men who were injured in the time of war.
Oh,
And
yeah,
that.
and the fucking...
None of it has been true, and this is no different.
I have no idea.
Woman
Actually.
come
I
forward
don't
such
know.
as rape.
People just say shit on the internet, bro.
They just say, move on, don't pay any attention, world. No, they got to have a Senate majority. That's it.
But
That's
like
all
I
that
said,
matters for the whole world.
he's got so much
Platner,
shit.
an oyster man. He's not an oyster man. Parents bought him an oyster farm. And I said before, not to offend, what the hell is an oyster farm? The oysters are in the shells, right, Mr. Vidus? Okay, so other than making sure the water's right or whatever, what are you doing with the oysters? I don't understand. Well, you've got to really treat them well. And how do you do it? I don't know. There's a bunch of shells.
I don't know anything
I
about
don't know.
oyster lord, man.
I am an oyster farmer. I'm an oyster farmer. Okay, great. I hate oysters, no offense. I've always wondered who's the first guy to eat an oyster. What kind of a moron was that? Crack it open and you spit those things out. You don't swallow. Nonetheless, not my type. I don't remember in our neighborhood.
Put the
around
fucking story
Philadelphia.
in the
I remember a
Bible,
big drive for oysters. But here we go. Let's see. Platner, an oyster man and political newcomer when he launched his Senate campaign last August, easily won the Democrat primary last month. Because the Democrats are so brilliant. To face Susan Collins, who I've endorsed. Yes, I did. You have to choose between a Nazi communist and Susan Collins. Really? It's not that hard. In one of the nation's most highly watched Senate races, his remarkable rise has been tainted by controversies, including offensive online comments. Oh, I forgot about those. And allegations of past mistreatment of women. He has not previously been accused of sexual assault. Now he likes to pleasure himself in
these
public
cancer
bathrooms.
places
That's
like
sick.
this fucking bridge.
Guy is sick. No wonder Bernie Sanders endorses him. What a sick... I wouldn't want this guy as a waiter at a restaurant. Would you, Mr. Reducing? Oh, my God. Whew. Now he's linked some of his behavior to mental health struggles and alcohol abuse. Okay, so what? He wants to be a senator. It's not an excuse. Rasicott told Politico she connected with Platner on the dating app Bumble in 2019 and had consensual relations with him prior to the night he allegedly assaulted her. That night in late 2021, she said she'd exchanged text messages with him.
As chuddy as these people are about like mental health shit, and then
later that evening, she said she realized when she heard a sound on the stairs that he had let himself into her house, which was unlocked. That's kind of freaky. Maybe you should try locking your door.
Same thing goes for like people get weird about this shit. Same thing goes for like police or some shit. If I got a fucking police officer with mental health issues or PTSD or whatever, so he just might shoot me from an acorn, that motherfucker should not.
Democrats are huddling tonight. Did you know that? They're huddling in the Senate. What do we do? Chuck, what should we do?
But like these people would not agree with that. It's just an inconsistent position on both sides.
I don't know what to do.
Not to both sides shut out.
Let's ask Chris Murphy. He is a no morals.
Give me my fucking... Bro, if I get raped because my
what are we going to do? We want to hold our chance to get a majority. We want power, more power. And look at this. I don't care that he was a Nazi and he's a communist. That's one of us. I don't care that he did stuff in the bathroom. I don't care about his texting and his abuse of the other women. And then we all worked it out. We sent Roy Conman up there. He did a hell of a job. He was on the Constipated News Network. He was on MS Later. He was, yeah, we got it all. And then this woman comes through and accuses him of rape. Ruins the whole thing. They don't give a damn about the woman. You see? They could care less about the woman. Just like with illegal immigration, they could care less about the women being raped on the border, the babies being sold, the kids being sold into pornography. They could care less. They never once raised their voice about any of that. Not once.
What?
Crime in the streets, so they go after the cops. Throw out the bums who are here who are criminals, so they go after ICE. They don't mind Platner at all. They don't mind that he's accused of rape. We've got illegal aliens in this country accused of rape. And these so-called sanctuary cities and states won't even turn them over to the federal government.
They do. Like, everybody is dissing. Everybody, which I'm fucking surprised at, dude. 80% of people, I'd say, who are in the Platner camp, they have distanced themselves from it. They have distanced themselves from him, right? And he dropped out. Which this was on the 6th. He may not have dropped out because I think he dropped out yesterday on the 6th. So he may have recorded this or however the fuck these shitty radio shows work. Before he announced that he's dropping out. I don't know what the fuck. Nobody knows what the fuck is gonna happen in Maine from that. Do we just give it to what's her name, Susan Collins? I don't fucking know. Nobody fucking knows. Nobody gives a shit. Really, because it's the internet and it's all just about virtue signaling at the end of the day. Because we love the internet. That's a bomb. But like, the first part I actually kind of liked his rhetoric where he's like, I actually thought it was kind of interesting. And kind of liked it, where he's like, now that matters is that he rapes women, or that he raped a woman, but it didn't matter that he's a communist or whatever. Like, actually, bro, that's like, what the fuck? That's like real politics for a second. It's like real politics for a second. Actually attacking the ideological positions he holds. Holy shit, dude! I wish we could go back to that. I wish that shit actually fucking mattered. Unfortunately, it doesn't. Which is like, yeah, no, because I think it's just so cringe the way that everything works. Where it's just like everything's just personal attacks, and I don't want to cringe at, because I could soy the fuck out and be like, this is part of collectivist thinking or whatever the fuck. Which would be really cool and awesome and based to say and make me sound like a political intellectual when I'm just a retard on the internet like everybody else. I just wasted 2 keys for no reason. Should I put a bullet in the back of my head? Dude, I only have 2 keys left. Bruh. There's 2 keys left. Rap is streaming all up in our ears like we're deaf. Okay, that was cringe. I shouldn't do that ever again. Is there a big guy? Oh no, it's a bomber. Yeah, no, because it's like, I wish motherfuckers just talked about the positions, because it's like, these people might have, like Hassan or something as well, right? I don't like USSR apologia. I don't like simping for Russia in the Russian-Ukraine war. I don't like any of these fucking things. This shit is bad. There's a lot of really questionable positions that this guy holds, in defending USSR and like Mao's China and shit like that, and just like Marxist-Leninist baggage that comes with that. And motherfuckers will just attack, like, the personal things he says, or make personal attacks about him. Which is like, yeah, he's made some sus comments or whatever, or some edgy comments or whatever. But it's like, nobody gives a shit. No one gives a shit. The problem should be with the actual... Oh, did you see how smooth that was? Where I dodged both those arrows? That was awesome. There's definitely something in this barrel. Fuck yeah, I'm so smart, dude. I'm so fucking smart. That's a bomber, and I just tanked the shit out of that guy. Oh wait, you can cheese this guy out. I remember this guy. You can cheese the fuck out of him. Look at this. Look at this shit. Holy gapped. You're getting played. You're getting played, son. You're getting played, son. Get the fuck out of my face, rat. You're getting played, son. Out of my face. I'm so fucking good. I'm so fucking good. Get bagged. Let me get rid of this rat's nest, because this is going to bother me forever. Awesome. Fleetfoot? Okay. Bro, he spawned after I broke the nest. Yeah, no, but it's like, you should be attacking, because like that's the problem. It's like this is like the #1 problem with the internet these days and politics in general, and the combination of politics and the internet, is that everything has really become like, and I think it's just a problem that we have more LARPers than people who actually give a shit about things, and more people who are just there to be performative and show off than actually give a shit about things. So everything's just fuck, what was I thinking? Yeah, like every for whatever reason, we live in this environment where everything is whitewashed and everything is just a different perspective. It's just a different point of view. You see this especially within like right-wing stuff. And I guess it doesn't work. I don't know. It's very cringe where it's like, oh, you know, just the whitewashing of like, oh, this is just a different perspective or whatever. When it's like, we live in an environment where people will say like 100 different things, okay? There will be a question, and there might be like 5 or 10 valid. Why does my camera keep defocusing? That is actually pissing me off. We live in an environment where, you know, there are like 5 or 10 valid answers, right? And we've got 100 different answers being thrown around, but 5 or 10 of them are valid, you know? And, you know, the other 90 to 95 of them is just like, this is just retarded and has been proven to this work. This, you're not a serious person. Yet for whatever reason, we weigh them all equally and give them all validity. You know, oh, that's very interesting. Yeah, that's very interesting. You know, how do we know if the universe is even real? How do we know if anything is anything, bro? And yeah, that's very interesting. And just like it's very cringe. And because of that, it's just like I don't know. It's just it's just so retarded. It's just everything is so fucking stupid. Yeah, but I do like that. But then he goes back to, what the fuck was he even saying here, man?
Care about? I'll be right back.
Mark Lupin.
No! They're accused of rape. We've got illegal aliens in this country accused of rape, and these so-called sanctuary cities and states won't even turn them over to the...
Like, yeah, I don't know. And then back into the talking points. I don't know how to make it not do that. I don't know what it's trying to focus on. I guess my curtains here? There we go. I gotta do the force thing where I'm like trying to channel the force. Then put my hands up like this and then kind of like wobble them a little bit.
The federal government to kick their asses out of our country. So this isn't a standard that they care about. I'll be right back. What? EVIN, make the switch to Pure Talk a wireless...
We gotta get the ads.
Platner in his own words. Today, cut 10 go.
I wanted to directly address the troubling, serious, and false allegations against me. Any accusation of non-consensual behavior is categorically false. Over the last 10 months, I've been deeply humbled by the faith mayors have put in me. You have welcomed me into your homes, into your places of work, into your restaurants, into your houses of worship. You have shown me a different kind of politics.
Wait, did he say you welcome me into your home? That does not age well, bro.
This
You
movement
can't
rebuilt
say
the
that.
largest volunteer base in the history of Maine politics. The hundreds of thousands of grassroots donors and the supporters across the ideological spectrum.
You welcome me into your home.
love of Maine, a belief that our politics
Platner, there was somebody who didn't welcome you into his home. That's for
Susan Collins
sure.
is such a threat to Mainers. Oh, she's an unbelievable threat.
Oh, it's awesome.
Politics must change. Yes, do we Stalinist communists?
The
Excuse me, oyster farmers.
Stalinist communists.
By the way, do oysters crack nest over this? I don't know. I mean, they just look like, jellyfish. I don't. Go ahead.
See the reporting, but mindful that political reality won't
What's
inflict.
he talking
We're taking
about?
the time to reflect.
Dude,
on
it
the
must be hard
the
to
state that I
do this
love,
all
the
the
people
time,
that I love,
full time.
the movement I belong to.
But the love has to be consensual. That's the point there, Brutus.
Ow.
You understand? Why should anybody doubt you? You've been so forthcoming about so much in your life.
Yeah.
Poor fella. Everybody's against you. No, settle down. Everybody's against him. That's right. He grew up a very poor life, where his family bought him a home and then bought him an oyster farm. It's okay. Please don't call me if you own an oyster farm. I know you're hardworking. At whatever it is that you do, I'm all for it. Trust me. But nonetheless.
Auto attack.
I mean, go ahead.
Those were the goals when we launched this campaign, and they remain my goals today. On June 9th, 154,058 Mainers, the most in primary history.
What does this have to do with the allegations that you raped this woman?
Yeah.
I wonder if you would have won that primary and the governor stayed in after this information came out. What do you think about that?
I lost more health than I gained. Fuck!
Graham, if that is your name. Just a little oyster farm.
Fuck! Like you said, this range
Having
was the
as many
first
women as
level.
possible.
You
That's a
grind the first level
That's a pig.
for health.
A drunk. He was a drunk.
It works
Of course,
well.
the military did it to him. And I'm sure the people in the military are sick and tired of being talked about this way, because the military didn't do anything to him. He did it to himself. Go ahead.
Broken politics
Dude,
beholden to
PTSD
Washington.
isn't
Broken
real.
politics. Look in the mirror, you
It's
fuck.
not an
Broken
excuse.
politics. You lied your way
It's
into the
not an
Democrat
excuse,
nomination.
though.
You lied and
I
cheated
actually do
and
agree with
spun
that.
into the Democrat nomination. Now you're going to lecture the whole country on broken politics? Is that how this works? You got no shame. You're a scumbag. And that's not just you. Your buddy Mondami's a scumbag, too. All you guys are.
Mondami?
We're here to fix it. You're here to kill it.
Throw in Hassan Piker. I'll come if you throw in Hassan
Piker. Like you to be the nominee of the Democrat Party with a Nazi tattoo on his chest. I didn't know what a Nazi tattoo. And other disgusting things. We have kids listening. I'm not going to go into detail. But this guy's he's a sleazeball. I mean, he is a sleazeball, sleazy as they get.
And the fact that women, Levin, dude.
Democrat senators, even
the
tonight,
median age
kept their
is in a
mouth shut
fucking
and haven't said
retirement
anything.
home.
Well, they came up with these phony allegations against Kavanaugh. Is sick.
What kids are listening?
Where's what's her name? Kamala Harris today. She's probably very busy huddling with Hamas. I very much want your vote.
Kamala Harris
yes.
too. She's a communist.
Yes. You like Piers Morgan? Yes. I think we can help you. Yes. Talk to our friends
Kamala
at CARE.
Harris too.
Oh, CARE? Yes. The head of CARE, Niwad, Awad, the Point Wad. Yeah, that guy, him. Oh, yes, yes. He's our contact. He'll be excellent. Go ahead.
They voted for hope, for change. To take back our economy.
Come on. He voted for open change. This guy is a walking slogan, too. Open change. You're accused of rape. Is this the best you can do? The Mainers out there, we're changing the system. The Mainers and me, we're changing the system. Yes, the system's broken. The autocrats and the monopolists and the trillionaires. Yes. Look at them. They're behind all the trees. They're out to get us. Yes, yes, yes. Look at us. Go ahead.
Take back our power and to take back our sense.
Take back what power, you pig? What are you talking about? Take back our power. Take back what power? What is he talking about? Government's not big enough? The bureaucracy? How does Marxism enable the people to take back their power when you have absolutely no say under Marxism? None. Zero. How do you take back your power? What are these low IQ morons even talking about? Take back our power. How about you pull up your pants and shut your mouth, you jackass? Go ahead.
Throughout it all, you never turned your back on me, and I will not turn my back on you now.
I'll
Every
ignore
one of you
that.
deserves to see that vision come to fruition.
I'll ignore that one. That's
turning backs or
fine.
not turning backs or whatever.
Whoa, hey worm.
Susan Collins defeated, and we will use every tool at our disposal.
Oh, I bet you will. We gotta get that Susan Collins.
Oh,
I mean,
this is
we don't know who Susan Collins is. Is she that dangerous, Mr. Producer? Is it not ridiculous? She's a liberal Republican. Unfortunately, that's all that can get elected with the Mainers up there. The Mainers. I do enjoy when we go. I've only been there once actually with my family. I can't have I do very much enjoy the fried fish. The fried fish, the cod in particular.
Oh, there's a potion I just.
And the shrimp is just unbelievable.
Yeah, because I got the double shot rat thing.
Except in the winter. Who the hell wants to live there in the winter? Would you want to live there in the winter, Mr. Producer? And I say this with the deepest affection.
And you can shoot
I want to live in
potions
a house
and
in Virginia in the winter.
That's fucking...
You know, you reach an age where, we're not doing angels in the snow anymore. We're not doing snowmen. It's a pain in the ass. You're looking at, oh my God, it's snowing. I can't get out of my driveway. That's how we look at it when we hit a certain age, I got a routine. I want to do my routine, and it's snowing. The streets aren't plowed. They're never plowed around here. The streets aren't plowed. What am I doing here? I should be in Florida. That's how you think when you reach, it's not, we can go outside and sled. No, we can't. We can do snow angels. No, I won't. No, I won't. And by the way, there's so many dogs around here. The snow is yellow all over the place. Do you have that problem, Mr. Producer? Yeah, yellow snow all over the place.
Dude, the stars are the brightest.
I'll be right back.
Okay, this is nothing. This is slop. This is slop. I don't know. Like I said, I do like that at least it's not just like complete personal attacks. Personal attacks are great and all. That's just part of the blood sport. But when all you have to say is they're actually like attacking him for his ideology, but like they have nothing to say about his ideology. It's just given as a truism that it's bad, which it's like I don't know. I mean, I guess if you wanted to argue it, you'd debate, I guess, but he's not gonna debate ever. Did my fucking audio just kill itself? It better not have. I don't know. I'll watch this, and then I'll watch Kyle Kalinske slop. And then I want to talk about the Sajam thing, and then I think if I can finish this Ice World, I think I'm gonna fuck off.
Breaking news now from the campaign trail. This is coming.
Smear campaign against Graham Platner 1 month ago. I didn't want to watch that. I don't know why I picked that up. This is 35 minutes ago. This is new. This is fresh.
Correct me if I'm wrong. And there's not a legal case playing out here for due process to see itself through. So my question to you, given the very high standards Politico has before they write something like this and publish it, what aspects of this story brought it to the level of publishable?
We looked at messages that she had sent to others in the months after this happened through social media.
But you were able to see those DMs?
She tried to recover those DMs. We did not. We were not able to review those DMs, but she described them to us.
What in the world is happening? Mika Brzezinski grilling the Politico reporter that reported the allegation against Graham Platner, a shocking source of skepticism from there. She actually did a brilliant job. We'll show you more about that in a second. And she was tougher on political reporting and the establishment reporting than a lot of progressive activists have been.
100%.
So is Graham Platner going to drop out? We've certainly got details for you on that. If he does, who might be the next person online, and was he targeted? So a lot to discuss here.
It was released 35 minutes ago.
So before we give you the details, I just want to say Graham Platner's candidacy was treated very differently from the typical centrist / establishment types in the Democratic Party. As you just saw, Mika Brzezinski seems very skeptical of the latest reporting, which we're going to get back to in just a second. James Carville, who is, I mean, part and parcel of the Democratic establishment, defended Graham Platner prior to the latest allegations. So the establishment wasn't just flat out rejecting him. So I want you to keep that in mind as I give you the details of what's going on here. Now, the latest allegations have to do with a 41-year-old Maine resident who used to date Graham Platner on again, off again for about 2 years. Her name is Jenny Rasicot, and she claims that in late 2021, he allegedly entered her home when the door was unlocked. He was deeply intoxicated, by her telling, and forced himself on her while she told him to stop repeatedly. So her allegation, let's be very clear, is that Graham Platner entered her home when he wasn't invited and forcibly raped her. She says to Politico, quote, "I remember him grabbing my pelvis and being really forceful of me. I remember the specific moment where I thought to myself, like, this is no longer my choice." Now, she previously described reckless and unsettling behavior by Platner in a New York Times article, but she didn't go into the details. She refused to elaborate, and she said she didn't want to do it, specifically because she didn't want to be known as a rape victim, okay? But she decided to do it a week before an incredibly important electoral deadline in this Senate race in Maine. Now, Platner flat out denies the allegations, but it clearly looks like he is going to eventually drop out of this race because every person who endorsed him has now turned on him. Further, this is a statement from Graham Platner's campaign. They say these allegations are very serious.
It would be one thing if it was just this one allegation, no one gives a shit, like an upset acts or whatever, it's one thing, but he has another one, he's got the war criminal allegation things. He literally had Reddit posts where he said he'd want to go to fucking war zones.
And a communist. None of it has been true, and this is no different. It is not a coincidence, they say, that this story comes a week before the ballot deadline, just as the previous false allegations came a week before the primary. Graham began his campaign to fight for a Maine where everyone is treated with dignity and where Mainers are put first, and no amount of desperate smears will stop this movement from seeing that vision through. Now, I want to just quickly get into what type of evidence Politico relied on in order to publish this story, because these are serious allegations. So, Rasicot told Politico that she had exchanged text messages with Platner that night, telling him not to come over before he did come over, right? Now, she said that she wasn't in the mood for company. Later that evening, she said that she realized when she heard a sound at the stairs or on the stairs that he had let himself in. She left the door unlocked, which allowed for him to let himself in. Platner came up the stairs, she said, to where she was on a couch. He got on top of her and kept grabbing her, she said, while she repeatedly told him to stop and that she wasn't interested. She said she smelled alcohol in his breath and believed he was almost blackout drunk because Platner ignored her protests and continued to grab her after knocking over an antique sewing kit, spilling small needles everywhere. Now, she was apparently unable to produce the text messages or the direct messages that she allegedly sent to Platner, which Mika Brzezinski drilled the Politico reporter on. So let's take a quick look at that.
What do you have that actually connects this literally, Graham Platner to raping this victim?
Yeah, she reached out to him the day after via Instagram, and essentially, told him that she didn't want to hear from him again. She told him that morning as well, and we looked at messages that she had sent to others in the months after this happened through social media.
But you were able to see those DMs?
She tried to recover those DMs. We did not. We were not able to review those DMs, but she described them to us. We also, long before he was before he was a political candidate, we saw her essentially explain to others that he was, quote, in her words, consensually careless, end quote.
Right, but were you able to see the interactions between Graham Platner and this alleged victim? Did you actually physically see them? Did she produce them for you?
She attempted to uncover them.
About the incident, although she was very vague about it.
Was he targeted? What does it mean to be targeted? And
there we go. Now we're getting to the good
specific
stuff.
Allegations.
Now we're getting to the good
stuff. You've got to separate those two things out, and they're both relevant. So first of all, the media never talks about this thing that everyone in politics knows about, because it would make them kind of complicit in some of the games that are played. It's called oppo research, opposition research. So there are different groups that do opposition research, and then they hand it over to the media. So the groups that are doing it clearly have an agenda, and this is now bipartisan. It's not like Democrats don't do opposition research. Progressives do it, but super weak, in my opinion. Almost never do they actually put any oomph behind it. And besides which, when establishment figures give oppo research to the mainstream media, they love it. The media loves it and immediately prints it, and that's relevant to this case. If progressives give it to them, they don't print it, and they look it over a billion times and say it didn't meet their standards. That's why Mika Brzezinski's questions there were really interesting. She's like, this met your standards? Your evidentiary standards?
That's 11.
So let's start with, now when you move over, we'll come back to who might have targeted him. But was he targeted? Oh, there's no question. I mean, you'd have to be brain dead. You'd have to be Mitch McConnell not to see that he was targeted. It was one thing after another. His tattoos, his Reddit post, his every girlfriend is contacted by the New York Times.
By who?
So why? And then one woman comes out who's basically does oppo research for the Republicans, and she says he did something for me.
And who defended Brett Kavanaugh when Christine Blasey Ford came forward with, I think, far more credible allegations against Kavanaugh, because there were several people she spoke to at the time of the alleged rape attempt by Kavanaugh.
So this is the media's like 7th attempt or something to end Graham Platner's campaign. If you think these are just, oh, well, he's so problematic, they're just organically popping up. That's not true at all. That is definitively not correct. There are groups who try to take out candidates. It is relatively normal, although it's never talked about in the press, because remember, the press doesn't do their own job. These groups do. And then the question is, who does the press choose?
Okay. Everybody's under scrutiny. That's how politics works. Like, no shit. Like, yeah. I get it. I agree with like the first bit, but it's like, these don't just come out of thin air. Like, if you want to engage in politics, you got to be fucking squeaky clean, man. You got to be fucking squeaky clean. There can't even be one fucking N-word on a 20-year-old account, dude. Like, you got to be. Okay, well, I mean, this isn't a bad place to pop it anyway. I'm not that upset. I want to save up for my ult. I don't want to dodge too much. And then I want to just bust this guy. Fuck you. Eat my fat fucking nuts, man. It's just, yeah, I don't know. You gotta be squeaky fucking clean, dude. You gotta be Mr. fucking clean. I don't know. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. I need
to target. Who do they choose to write the stories about? Who do they choose to not write the stories about? But we're going to come back to the essence of this case in a second.
But it's like liberal.
I just have so many thoughts about this, so bear with me as I go through them all, okay? I loathe horse race politics specifically because of this reason. Because it places us in this unbearable position of having to adjudicate something that should have been adjudicated in a court of law if this actually took place. If someone entered my home and forcibly raped me, I would not allow the individual who forcibly raped me, that's violent, right? To remain in my home and sleep it off. but that is what she did. She alleges that he was so drunk that she didn't want to tell him to leave because he might harm someone on the road. He just forcibly raped you, right? Call the cops, or more importantly, get the hell out of the house. But she did neither one of those things. Neither one of those things.
Yeah, so look, again, I hate the situation we're in where we have to try to adjudicate this with not enough evidence. Could it be that she's telling the truth? Of course it could be. Now, guys, if it's true, then it's a huge problem, right? But we don't know for sure that it's true. But in a situation like this, even if you say you're not sure that it's true, that's it. People come and take your head off. Because they say once we made an allegation, it's over.
How do you live?
You're not allowed to object to the allegation. But wait a minute. The thing that caught my attention here, and again, Mika Brzezinski also saying this doesn't look right at all, this is not enough to publish a piece, gives you a sense of we're not making this up, guys, and we're not doing it because we're biased. Look at the fact pattern here. So the thing that caught my eye, Anna, was on the therapist. Because
yes, the therapist didn't want to talk to the press, by the way.
Yeah, the Politico kept saying, well, she says she talked to the therapist, and the therapist does not acknowledge it, but says that they do have a relationship. No, wait.
No. Let's be totally accurate, okay?
Yeah.
The therapist acknowledged that she spoke to her recently about what allegedly happened, but did not want to issue a statement to Politico.
Yeah, so the therapist is not confirming it.
Right.
I mean, there's a very easy way to confirm it. Say, hey, I don't want to talk about it, but yes, I confirm that she said that, right? And maybe give some context, give a statement, and then look, the therapist is in a tough spot too. It doesn't mean that she thinks it's skeptical. We have no idea. But that's the thing. In order to print a story, you're supposed to have two excellent sources, right? So here, the only thing that's a little bit persuasive is those text messages that Anna read to you guys. And so then you guys make up your own mind on whether you think calling someone consensually careless is the same as saying he raped me. So, and by the way, in all of these stories, it's barely ever mentioned that they were in a relationship at the time.
She spent more time elaborating how disgusted she was that he might have slept with a lot of women than she did about the alleged rape. When she's talking to an acquaintance who's asking her about Graham Platner because she's thinking about fixing a friend up with him.
This is not the hill to die on.
Yeah, so every person that they go to, the current boyfriend, the therapist, the other folks, people that normally in a story like this go, yes, at the time she told me this, and this is a text message we have, or etc. None of that is here other than the two texts that Anna read you. One of them is barely relevant. The other one is the one that has the careless comment, right? So if you think that's definitive, I'm 100% positive, no problem. Because it's we all make a different choice on how we view it. So look,
the big thing that's going to come out of
this is not about whether Graham Platner did it or not. That's at this point, that question is almost irrelevant.
How are people going to remember this 5-10 years from now?
Everybody pulled their endorsement. It's now considered toxic.
But how
you can't support them, blah blah blah.
So 5 years from now,
I'm not trying. We're not trying to fight that battle, guys. We're trying to tell you how politics works.
Oh, it's the big one.
And what to be on the lookout for.
I can't move.
And how does this process work?
I gotta be true.
Because were there all these different opposition research groups targeting Susan Collins and calling all of her ex-boyfriends and looking through her text messages, asking about their...
It's just...
None, zero. Is there any about establishment candidates, Democrat or Republican? Almost never. It has to fall right into your lap, right? And again, it's Oppo research usually by other Democrats, right? But do they get targeted? No, the establishment never gets targeted. Never. Yes, but when you have an outsider, Bernie Sanders, Graham Platner, but a lot of right-wing outsiders too, they rev up the machine. Let's go! Destroy, destroy, destroy. What's interesting about something that Anna mentioned is that in this case, not all the establishment Democrats are united.
No, they're not.
Sonny Hosen also defended Graham Platner today.
Today?
Today. On The View.
That's so shocking. So, yeah, so, I mean, look, the reason why I bring up the establishment figures who are defending him is because this isn't a typical progressive candidate that has the establishment digging in to see what kind of Oppo research they can find to destroy him. I'm sure there are some, but I didn't feel the same treatment toward Platner that I noticed with other progressive candidates in earlier races or even during, this election cycle. So, look, I think that, after he won the primary, All he needed to do was see who was outraged by his win. It wasn't members of the Democratic establishment. It tended to be people who didn't like his stance on foreign policy. We'll just leave it at that.
On foreign
so
policy.
I don't know who dug up the awful research. All I know is there's a lot of hypocrisy when it comes to this issue, when we literally have a sitting president who played a massive role in the cover-up of the Epstein files, who has been found civilly liable for sexual abuse in the E. Jean Carroll's case, who has been credibly accused of all sorts of things, including sexual assault and rape by dozens of women.
Holy shit.
I mean, so are we going to allow this kind of stuff or not? Because it seems like when it comes to certain political figures, it's totally okay, even if in a court of law, civilly, they are found liable of sexual abuse.
Yeah, when it
even
comes
though
to Donald
they
Trump.
are found liable, okay, of engaging in a cover-up of one of the biggest sex trafficking scandals involving minors that we know of in American history. So I don't know. This whole thing is trash. And look, I hate being put in this position because I've been skeptical of Platner since the tattoo thing. And you know that because we had it out on the show on that issue. How do you realize you have a Nazi tattoo and wait until you're running for a congressional or for a Senate seat to remove it?
Is so fucking based.
I just don't get it. I don't understand that. So Platner wasn't my favorite. I'm not going out of my way to defend him because, he's someone that I desperately want to win. The reason why I'm doing this right now is because I'm looking at the facts we have in front of us right now, and I'm sorry. I just don't think the evidence rises to the occasion of Politico publishing this as if he is already proven guilty as a rapist.
Fucking tough.
And Jake Tapper was ready with a segment on this as soon as the story broke, so that means that they had some advance notice that it was going to break, you go to Jake Tapper, put it out there. Okay, so guys, look, we definitely don't know exactly who did it. So now we have to look at the puzzle and the context clues, etc. So I said right after it happened, what'll happen is now establishment media will find a new target, and they'll start to attack him over and over and over and over again. And it'll probably be someone who's opposed to Israel and corporate PACs and the establishment overall. And guess who's up today? Actually, there's two people. One is Abdul El-Sayed. They have now tried a great number of attacks against him. So before, Hassan Piker was on a campaign with him. That's it. That's disqualified. That didn't work. That actually increases numbers. Today they're going with, this Israel stuff isn't working. He once was in favor of defund the police. Okay, so that's a new line of attack against Graham Platner. So far,
I think they're done. I think they're done. I almost knocked over my keyboard. Shit. Yeah, it's just these attacks. I don't know what to say. Like, smear campaigns don't ever happen against establishment figures at all, ever. It's just these people are usually fairly squeaky clean. Like, the worst you can find is some, like, questionable fucking tweets a lot of times. But it's like, I don't know. This is just what happens. I don't think this is the hill to die on, especially when, like, most of the people who support Platner are, like, progressive Me Too types and stuff like that. This shit ain't it. This shit is not it. Let me go to the store. I want to buy some slop. Let me buy some health. Yeah, nothing's really worth buying. Nothing for you, boys. I'm gonna fucking release my wallet on this fucking boss, man. Yeah, but to act like smear campaigns just don't happen to anybody except for the whatever the fuck Platner's supposed to be. Our guys, our anti-establishment guys, our populist guys. It's just stupid. But, like, I mean, I don't know. What is this? I haven't seen this. I mean, it's obviously the relic to defeat, like, a fucking boss in, like, World 2. Bro, isn't the genie the fucking sand boss from, like, World 4, bro? Okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm sure that's what that's for. I don't know. Can I turn this capture off? Whoa, awesome, cool. I don't know. I'm just gonna waffle. It's just like, yeah, whatever. The establishment. It is what it is. It's just politics and stuff. Dude, I need like 60 more crystals. Yeah. That was awesome. Is there a bomber somewhere? There is. Bro, what is this music? Hold on. What is this music? Hold on, I gotta listen to this. Kind of fuck with this. Got it. Yeah, it's the best part. It goes, bang, bang, bang. Fuck you, man. What a piece of shit. Yeah, I'm glad I read that out. This game fucking sucks. What? Fuck, I'm wasting so many keys, man. What? Got it. Excuse me. First tip. Yep. Battery up. Gapped. Dude, he did like 100 damage to me, man. That's not good. Dude, I swear to God I hit something. Oh, there it goes. I don't know where that claw is. Bro, this is such a bad spot. Okay, well I got that out, so it'll be easier to fight this gargoyle. restaurants being the level. I don't know. Boring topic. Yeah, I don't know. I completely forgot. I completely forgot what I was going to say. Because I got distracted by the game. Yeah, there's really not much to it. I mean, he's dropping out. It looks bad. Most people are not defending him. Crazy people are defending him. One thing that I thought was interesting is like I said, Trump and MAGA people, they have such a high tolerance for this kind of shit, but they didn't always. Like I said, I mean, this is talking about to death, but the reason that they're able to tolerate so much of Trump's shit is because they swept so much under the rug, and at one point it was abhorrent, but then now it's just Tuesday, right? How did that hit me? And they've been willing to stomach it for so long, to the point where, oh, there's the lamp. The cynical, severely blind, and terrible genie. Okay. The genie that I've already defeated, that was from like a world ago, man. Whatever. That's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid how they do that, where it's like, oh, here's the relics that will help you fight the boss. Because I guess theoretically you can go to the next world before you fight the boss, is the point. But the bosses are just not difficult enough to do that. I don't know. It's cringe. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. Settings. Let me change the title. Bro, seriously, give me this fucking cam. And I gotta fight this loser in this fucking bridge. Awesome. Dude, I'm glad, like, bro, the gesture is so broken when it's like, all of his level ups give him so much speed. And like, he can literally, like with other characters, you can't really outplay. You can't outplay motherfuckers like this, you know? But like, you can outplay people with the gesture. Like, if you're too slow. But like, you saw that? I didn't get hit once. The gesture's fucking broken. Oh, flame shield. Yo, I'm like about to break even with my health. You see that? Are you gonna blow? Oh. Dude, I think this might be like the level for crystals. I might just keep replaying this level, man. This shit gives me so many dark crystals. And that's the last world, I think. Shit. I want to break that camp. That was awesome. Let me clear this camp. I want to get around him, so I want to get a view where I can see him. So I gotta be able to dodge this fireball like that. That's how you piece up a fucking gargoyle? Oh shit, and I tanked that like a bitch. Boink, give me that. Dude, this music is so good. What the fuck? Holy shit. Dude, I didn't expect Gauntlet to have bars like this. What the fuck? This isn't even fitting for the world. They just did this. Also, my blurry ass camera. It never has done this before, where it defocuses. It's never done that. I don't know why it's doing that now. I don't know what it's trying to focus on. I'm gonna pop it. Here I was thinking I was doing so good. Maybe I need to like lean up more. Yeah, that helped. That helped with focusing. Oh. Dude, I am not good at this, am I? Shh. It's my second stream. Shh. It's my second one. I'm allowed to be dog shit at what I'm doing because I'm an amateur. Yeah. Oh fuck. This music is loud though. But like, a big thing is like, I'm convinced that like people's actions, people can be brainwashed, especially in like this current like media environment stuff, into thinking whatever the fuck they want to think. And I'm convinced that if everybody was like the Young Turks and stuff like that, and just saying that this is alleged, this is pulled and fabricated out of their ass by the Uniparty or whatever the narrative is for whatever group you dislike, you know, the Jewish not Jews. Yeah, I'm convinced if everybody on the progressive side, because I think Hassan dropped him, fucking Vosh said stop supporting him, a lot of other big lefty figures as well, Emma Vigeland, and that probably means the rest of the majority report. I don't know what Sam Cedar thinks. But like, as well as just like all the formal candidates that have endorsed him, right, after the primary, right, like all the actual politicians, not like retarded internet people who are retarded internet people. Like the big thing is, right, like I'm convinced, like and I have to imagine they have to think this as well. If everybody still supports them, right? If everybody still supports Platner or whatever the fuck, right? Then that means, bro, what is that noise? Okay. Just like Trump, they'll be able to whitewash this thing. That's why they're mentioning like, oh, Trump has 28 sexual assault allegations or whatever the fuck, you know, and nobody seems to care. They're allowed to do whatever. And they made it like a uniparty thing, but like that's a Trump that's not normal, man. That's not fucking normal, right? And that's because everybody is willing to whitewash and defend every single holy shit. This you need to back the fuck up. You need to back the fuck up. I think he's bugged. I think we're good. I think he's bugged. He is not bugged. He is definitely not bugged. He is definitely not bugged. Get the fuck away from me, you freak. I don't get shook easy, but that was one scary bastard. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. And I'd imagine they have to know this, but if all of these people, all of the, you know, progressive people were still supporting it even after that and just saying that it was alleged and whatever, I think you could get enough people who are already in this camp and already committed to this movement to just deny it and to just not care. Just like how people who support Trump will deny and not care about his allegations, his sexual assault allegations. So, I don't know. And I think they have to know that, which I think, and I didn't think they had it in it, but I guess that shows that the lefties have more of a moral compass than I thought, you know. But they do get annoying as fuck online, so. And attacking the Luda party, but it is what it is. I mean, we'll see. Like I said, what I'm interested about is how this will be seen a couple years from now, which I kind of mentioned before, but then I think I lost that train of thought. Is like, what's gonna be, what even is gonna be the fucking, like, are people gonna see this as like a Bernie situation where it's like, oh, they fucking, the super delegates, blah, 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 he was cheated out of the election, you know? I'm interested in the narrative, because if the Young Turks had their way, you know, people like Cenk Uygur and a Kasparian, if they had their way, yeah, they would undoubtedly say that, they would undoubtedly want to spin this message, the farther this goes away from this administration, to say that the Democrat, you know, uniparty, whatever the fuck, zillionaire-controlled media, smeared people like Platner, and they'll bring it up as like another thing of like how, I don't know, the zillionaire media fucking robbed you out of your candidate or whatever. Same thing with like the Bernie and shit. But and I think that'll be interesting to see down the line. That's the only thing to really remember of this. Because either there's really one or two options for Platner at this point. Either he's forgotten and nobody gives a fuck about this guy, you know, a year or two from now, and like you say Platner and everybody goes whom, or he's fucking toast. And like, look, I'm not like, I don't know, I'm not like a fucking, what is happening? I'm not a fucking super lib or anything, and I think I think people like Platner are good, and we need people who are far left, you know, like. Whatever. I don't know. Huh? I don't even know what the fuck that means. I don't know. Do I just ban people? Yeah, whatever. Down the hatch. I just tanked that because I'm awesome. It goes back? It hits you on its way back when it has no momentum? That's fucking stupid. Ow. It is what it is. Whoa. That's an awesome bug. Is that normal? Oh, I guess because the... Oh, that's interesting how this game works. Oh, that's sick. That's fucking sick. It's because the menu isn't actually a menu. It's just a, I guess, thing that they just slap over the screen. And if the... Fuck, I'm stuck. If the geometry collides with it, it can be in front of the menu. That's trippy. I did not know that. How do I get that again? I guess not. I gotta dodge. That was... I just walked straight into that camp. Alright, I'm gonna stand right on top of this thing, and then I'll... Worth. Is Mitch really on the deathbed? Yes. I don't know. That shit, he seems cooked. It is what it is. Fucking God. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care about that too much. Nobody's gonna remember him a fucking week from now, so it is what it is. Yippee! I finished that level.
Green Jester has gained a level.
I don't know. I could circle the drain about the shit I was already talking about. Dude, I actually did so good on that level. I came out with more health than I went in with. That's awesome. I think that was the last level, and then it's just boss. How many crystals? I think I'm like 20 crystals away. I think I just need to replay one level. I need 250. How many do I have? Does it tell me, or is this game racist? Is this game homophobic? 239. I need 11 more crystals. That's fucking awful.
You are now entering Yeti's Cavern.
Yeti's Cavern. Alright. I'm just gonna piece this guy up, and then I got one last thing. I could circle the drain more on fucking just nonsense. But, what is happening? There he is. Oh, I should have bought items. Whatever, I'm a fucking punk. I don't care. Whoa, what is happening? Why am I moving towards him? Does he suck me in? Alright. I'm speedboat. I'm imagining he's supposed to be throwing shit at me, but it's not going anywhere. Oh, that's not good. Dude, he's fucking dizzy. Dude, he's already at like 1/3 of the health. This boss fucking sucks. I think those are supposed to come at me, but they're not. I don't know how the fuck I'm supposed to dodge that shit. Oh, there it is. That's what it's supposed to do. Ow. I'm just gonna projectile him. That did nothing. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to just block. See, that's what those ice are supposed to do. Oh, fuck, and that blocks my way. Okay. Oh, I think I can walk behind it, though. Ow. Okay, I cannot walk behind it. That's not something I'm allowed to do. This fucking boss. Oh, I can walk behind it. It's lying to me. It just has 2 hits. Dude, I might be able... Fuck this. I might just be able to just... No, that does way too much damage. That's like 100 per hit. I'm alive. Or not. That fucking sucks. Oh, it's auto-attacking the wall! It actually stuck me for a second. That's horrible. I got so much health. I'm fine. I should have saved before this. In case I fuck this up. Actually, yeah. I should have fucking saved before this. Because this guy's doing a lot of damage. And here I was saying that this guy's a fucking punk-ass bitch. And that I'm piecing him up. And I already did 1/4 of his health. I think the first phase, because I think the idea is you're supposed to hide behind these walls when he throws these. The problem is Jester is so fast that I'm able to, like, actually just avoid them. Oh, fuck. Oh. Okay, I'm not supposed to get close. Maybe I can cheese this boss by, if he does that whenever I get close. Nope. I was hoping I could cheese him. Okay, that doesn't block shit. What the fuck? Oh, I think it's just I need to get all the way to the back. Wait, what was that? I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I was thinking if he does that roar just as a proximity thing, if I get too close to him, I could cheese him out because there's so much delay and I'm so fast that I could bait it out and then get a bunch of free hits on him. But I don't think that's a good idea, and he just doesn't seem to consistently do it. Oh my fucking god! All right, I win. I win this. It's fine. Dude, it's so inconsistent whether or not that stomp is gonna hit. What? There's an invisible wall there. What the fuck? He's almost dead. Yay! It's just, I feel like this boss, like there's a gameplay loop that they want from you, and then it just decides not to work half the time. I'm just gonna spam potions on top of him. Fuck it. I'm still alive. I'm gonna hide. He's almost dead. Okay, that boss was easy. I just have so much fucking health. I just have so much fucking health and my character is fucking broken. Yippee!
You have defeated the vicious Yeti and recovered his shard. You have not found any rune stones from this realm.
Rune stones are for punks, Gramps. Awesome. I only lost 3,000 health.
Green Jester has gained a level.
Oh, I'm not supposed to click on the game or it gets angry at me. Shit. Alright. I guess I just heal. This is my favorite part. Awesome. Okay, and then I save. Save state.
Congratulations, you have recovered the shard for the ice domain. Continue now on your quest to recover all 8 shards that restore the entrance to the desecrated temple.
Awesome. What am I at on the inventory? Yeah, still 11 more away, and that's the last world, and then desecrated temple. Alright, like I said, I could circle the drain on more platner shit. Yeah, message. Nevertheless, I wish you the best and see you next video drop. Yeah, if I fucking decide to. I don't know. Like I said, I'm fucking lazy as shit. And I just do it when I feel it. But yeah, I'm still planning to make like higher quality. I still want to make higher quality shit. It's just like I said, I'm just trying to figure things out, and also my schedule is wacky. But I'm thinking right now, oh shit, I'm not supposed to press anything or this game gets fucking angry at me. I hate PCX2. One last thing that I do care about is not this. This is fucking lame and gay. Good luck fucking whatever the fuck. This fucking Sajam guy, dude. This is half politics, half fighting games, which is my favorite. Nothing makes me hate myself more than this shit. Where is it? Evo continues to cannibalize the FGC. Bro, I talked about this a little bit before, but like, there's this thing where Mohammed bin Salman and the Saudi Arabian government, they bought out Evo. That's so fucking awesome. I think that's lame as shit, but I've had problems with Evo before. Because Evo's just been having, like, there's so many questionable predatory practices that Evo's been doing, like, that's just like, and just, like, I mean, let's be honest, they've been getting bought out by fucking Sony and shit like that, and a bunch of other just, like, absolutely fucking horrendous shit. And no one really cares. No one really cares. Like, it's almost become like a parody of capitalism. And it's like, I'm supposed to be the fucking center left guy here, man. And it just gets egregious when they make you watch this. They cut top 8s so you can watch the same fucking Chipotle ad over and over again and wear their fucking Airheads bracelets, right? And like, none of that shit is a problem. None of that shit is a problem. Not until it's bought out by the Saudi Arabian government, right? And this fucking just Sajam fucking loser who doesn't play fighting games. He doesn't fucking play fighting games. This motherfucker, all he does, like, he will never play fighting games unless he is getting paid or for clout. Unless it's in his fucking stupid fucking Sajam slam. And it's clear that he just doesn't care. I've already been over this. I said this in the last stream and shit. And it's so fucking cringe that it's like, it's clear that, okay, he just doesn't want to go to Evo. He just doesn't want to go to Evo. But instead, he has to make it this massive political statement about how fucking Mohammed bin Salman is buying out Evo and they're transphobic and they hate women and shit like that, which I'm not saying they're not. I'm not defending Saudi Arabia by any means. But don't make it this performative fucking political statement when there's no reason to be. When it's clear you just don't want to fucking go. And what the fuck was even the Mohammed bin Salman shit? What was I looking for? Yeah, fucking... So yeah, he didn't go to Evo. He made this massive statement. A bunch of other people didn't go to Evo. And it became, like, I guess a boycott protest that, like, only the Terminally Online gave a shit about. And it was just very cringe. It was just very fucking cringe. When it's like... When he's had the biggest thing is, like, he's had no objections to it in the past because Saudi Arabia and Mohammed bin Salman have been known to already, like, own SNK and stuff like that, and he's fucking done, like, SNK promotional material and shit like that. He's played Fatal Fury, he's played the KOFs, they've been known to fucking been owned by this shit, and he's never had an objection with Saudi Arabia before. It's only now when it's like he's been, this last couple fucking year and shit, like, it's, like, bro, you'll never catch this guy playing fighting games, fucking ever. It's just obvious he doesn't fucking care. And he's, like, moving his content away from that. He's, like, doing more variety stuff. You go to his stream, he's doing more variety stuff. He's doing collabs with Marvel Rivals streamers and Deadlock streamers. They had, like, the fucking Deathy Slam and shit like that recently on Deathy's podcast. Fucking Sajam's out here on Deathy's shit on his podcast, just fucking, they're just having a great time sucking each other off. It's awesome. And it is, this is the fucking map that burns all your keys, bro. I'm gonna kill myself. I just need like 4 crystals. I'm literally just doing this for the crystals. so I can go to the dream world, and then we're good. And this map generated a lot of crystals, but I should be able to get the crystals like halfway through the map, and I think you can just quit in this game. I don't think you actually have to go through the portal in order to be good. Get the fuck out of here again with the poison apple shit. Yeah, it's just very cringe. Where it's like it's clear that he's just trying to distance himself from the fighting game community because it's a sinking ship and the scene is dying. The competitive scene is dying. Like, you look at Tekken, it's not being ran at locals. My local doesn't run it. My brother, he lives in Pittsburgh. His local doesn't run it. It's the largest local in Pittsburgh. And like I said, I don't live in bumfuck nowhere, by the way. I live in Washington, D.C. My local is in Ashburn, which is not the middle fucking nowhere. And the local that I did go to that was closer to where I was, that was in Nova, right? That shit closed down too. That shit closed down. So now I have to go out to Ashburn, which is 40 minutes out, that's where my local is, right? So locals are fucking dying. Tekken 8 isn't ran in most, like, there's not enough people who want to play Tekken 8. That scene is fucking dead. There's no new blood to that scene. You look at Tekken Top 8, it's the same fucking people. You didn't have that with Tekken 7. You didn't have that with Tekken 6 or Tekken Tag 2. Even though those games were immense dog shit and they put a lot of people off, you have literally zero growth in the Tekken 8 scene. And in fact, a lot of pro players are quitting or thinking about quitting or just not competing as hard as they should be, you know? And it's like, that's not good. That's not good. It's the same, you look at top 8 for Tekken 8, and it's the same fucking, like, it's the same people in that top 8, except for, like, Ninja Killer's the only, like, real new blood. He's probably gotten into other top 8 majors before as well, but, like, he's not even, is he really new blood? Because he's a Mortal Kombat player. He's an already established, sponsored Mortal Kombat player. Right? And he's a sponsored Mortal Kombat player. And this guy gets into top 8, 50-50 in People with Law, which is the corniest shit ever. I mean, not like that's anything different from whatever everybody else is doing because it's fucking Tekken 8. But, like, that's not, I'm not going to consider that new blood, dog. Especially when Mortal Kombat isn't even run at EVO anymore. There's not enough entrances for Mortal Kombat. It's not run at EVO. It hasn't been run at EVO for a while. Mortal Kombat 1 was a massive flop. So, it is very cringe. Like, that's not good. That's not good. And then, other than that, like, every other game is, like, come or go. You look at Steam charts, you look at the player counts, it's 200 people, right? Fatal Fury, Invincible Versus, there's no game that's really been sticking the landing. The only games that are keeping this scene alive is Street Fighter 6 and Guilty Gear Strive. That's it. And a lot of people don't like those games. Those games fucking suck. They're modern games. You just vortex them and run your fucking shitty flowchart over and over again. You know, you have a lot of people who have just entirely quit fighting games in general, right? People who are established players. People like Kizzy K. I don't know what the fuck he does anymore, right? He was like the best in the world at Strive for a little while. He's an established player that played a lot of anime games. And he's just gone. I mean, a lot of people have already discussed that they're disinterested. Fucking IDOM isn't playing Street Fighter 6. He's playing Strive now more. But, like, even then, like, you go to his stream and, like, he's just playing, like, fucking Guitar Hero or some shit, right? Like, people are disinterested in these games. People don't like these games. These fucking games suck. And I don't know. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. And then entrancy is like, you're having this problem where, like, oh, this is the greatest EVO, this is the largest EVO, yet at the same time, the actual amount of competitors is going down. Because the fighting game community has just become, just like everything else, just like politics, just like every single community, it's just become about LARP, right? Just like comics. It's just become about the LARP. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. That's all people are here to do. They're just here to LARP fighting games and fucking You know, just be a part of a community. Just show that they're a part of an in-group. And that's just it. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like, it's, you see it with everything. Everything is just about being part of an in-group at the end of the day. If you really fucking break it down. And that's unhealthy. And it's a byproduct of, like I said, I've said this before, I don't like mixing my peas with my porridge and talking about politics and video games in the same breath. That shit's fucking gay and lame. But ultimately, it's a byproduct of, like, our modern society, our capitalist neoliberal society, if you really want to be a fucking prick about it. But, like, really, it's the internet. It's really the internet. It's really just, I don't know, fucking people are cringe and shit. But yeah, it's very fucking cringe. That, and like people who actually give a shit about things, because everything's just a fleeting fad. It's just a moment. It's just, you're supposed to pump and dump into things and just, you engage in everything on a superficial level, and you're not supposed to, I don't know, figure things out or experience things for too long. Because like the Street Fighter 6 and Guilty Gear Strive, you're not supposed to play these games for a long period of time. You're supposed to play these games for a fucking week or two, jerk off, and then leave. There's the door right there. There's the fucking door. That's what you're supposed to do. It's cringe. Yet, like, people like Sajam and shit like that will glaze the shit out of these games. They'll glaze the shit, or not. I'm gonna call people out. Sajam, FDX, the main man Sui, the greatest Tekken game to date. These people will glaze the shit out of these games when it's an obvious fucking sinking shit. Brian F. as well, I think he literally doesn't even play. He literally just plays Street Fighter 6, but still fucking makes Street Fighter 6 content because he needs money. But yeah, that's just a straight thought that entered my mind. Right, that's the issue. That's where, fuck you, man. Why does that thing have to fall? That's the issue. It's like, we're talking people who are going to just lie out of both sides of their mouth. They're not even playing these games. At the most, if they play these games, they'll play once a month against their fucking green rank viewers in a room match. That's it. You know? And it's so disingenuous that these games obviously have problems. These games are obviously negatively received, but they're bringing in such a massive audience of fucking people. But this shit is artificially created. It's created through streamers, through things like the AT&T Cup. You had Ludwig and fucking Tyler One playing, being a huge, massive event at Evo and shit like that. But you have the AT&T Cup, which they're literally paying streamers to play their fucking shitty games. I know there's other games other than fighting games and stuff like that. But like, that's the point of it, is it's one big advertisement where you're paying streamers to play their games, right? Capcom is literally putting in industry plant VTubers in order to play their fucking games, right? That's like a known fucking thing. That's not even a conspiracy theory. And it's just, it's completely out. All of its attention is completely algorithmically gained. But Street Fighter 6 looks like a very fun game on the surface level. It's presented very well. It's perfectly presented. And the marketing works for it too. It's doing all these collabs, which I don't like collaborations in the first place. I think that shit is fucked up. I think that shit's not cool. I don't fuck with collaborations. I think it hurts the integrity of the game. I think it's, I don't want to say slippery slope. I guess slippery slope's a logical fallacy or whatever. If we want to get into debate pedophile territory, debating is fucking gay and shit, and I don't care, right? I think it opens a whole Pandora's box when you start allowing collaborations, where now you have like Fatal Fury and stuff like that, where you literally have real people. You have fucking the DJ fucking Salvatore Ganacci in Fatal Fury, who has connections with the Saudi government and like playing fucking shows and stuff like that in Saudi Arabia and shit, right? Like, you know, you have fucking Cristiano Ronaldo and shit. Now you're getting real people. It just becomes like it's an inevitability that at some point you're gonna get fucking Red Bull Man, the new Street Fighter character, and he has an install where he pulls out a fucking Red Bull and takes a sip from it, and then he grows wings, right? Like, that's an inevitability. You know, And I'm not even supposed to be the fucking anti-capitalist lefty guy, man. And at some point it gets obnoxious. At some point you watch the main stage of Evo, and this Evo is really bad. They're like, brought to you by Sony. This replay brought to you by Sony. They've always had a replay. Why the fuck is it brought to me by Sony and PlayStation? They've always had a fucking replay. Brought to you by fucking BlackRock, bro. Airheads Aircam brought to you by Airheads. They've had these before, but now they're just slapping sponsorship names on it, on features that were already implemented in it already. Your membership ID is an Airheads bracelet that you have to have, or your badge. Your badge to get into the last day of the main stage of Evo, right? The main stage top 8s. Is an Airheads bracelet that you have to hold. They've always had badges before, but now they're slapping sponsorships onto it, right? And I guess this is like new stuff, but this was happening before. This was happening before it was bought by Saudi Arabia. This was happening years before. The Chipotle ads, the cutting of the top 8s, this whole Evo being bought out by Sony and Chipotle, and just it becoming like I said, it becoming like, I hate to do the performative lefty bit, but a capitalist fucking cum dump. There's no other way to say it. It is disgraceful to the level that they will stomp on this community. They will cut top 8s. They will cut games. They will, have it where you have a fucking ad in between every single set. They will restructure the entire event, and, even just minor things, like playing a Chipotle ad after the "you are all free to leave now," right? Even just minor things to stomp on the culture of Evo, to stomp on fighting games itself, to stomp on all of that, just for a quick buck and all of that. And it doesn't matter. The entrances, since they've been doing this, are larger than ever. These game tournaments are larger than ever. These games are larger than ever. Yet, competitive engagement with the game, local scene engagement with these games is going down. Because at the end of the day, all of this is algorithmically driven. All of this is driven by streamers and VTubers, just like everything fucking else in this goddamn, everything else. Everything else. And it's horrible. It's awful. And these are problems. These are fucking problems. And Sajam is part of the problem. Sajam's a massive part of the problem. And I talked about this before, but essentially what we're having now is like, there's the real community of like pro players who just play the game, they're good at the game, they like the game, they enjoy the game, and then there's a community on top of that of shills and people who are just going to glaze the game, and people who are just going to tell their audience what they want to hear, because what people want to hear is not necessarily always what's right? It's not always necessarily what's true. And fucking this Sajam guy just tells people what they want to hear. Because these games, Guilty Gear Strive and not Tekken, Street Fighter 6, they brought in more players to the scene than ever. Except for these games are dog shit. But they're presented beautifully. So they're just going to tell everybody that every single thing that they want to hear without playing the game. They're going to tell them that these games are good. They're going to tell them that their rank is valid. They're going to tell them this, that, and the other. And it's disingenuous. It's disingenuous. And this Sajam guy has not had a problem with anything before. Anything before. But now, when he's trying to gear his content into more variety stuff, when he's collabing with other YouTubers and stuff like that, and I talked about this before, but like, essentially what these people do is, same thing with like Deathy Deadlock and shit like that, and a lot of these other like Marvel Rivals streamers and stuff like that, and people like SK and stuff like that, they're essentially a bunch of fucking mold and mildew that's growing on top of the real community of real people who actually care about the games, and they're growing on top of that shit, and then spreading that across a bunch of other communities, and they're collaborating each other, and they're saying, oh, I'm Sajam, I'm from the FGC, I'm a fighting game player, but they're not really. They don't play fighting games. They don't when he does his fucking Thresh breakdown in 2XKO, you want to know what he fucking talks about? He fucking talks about Thresh from League of Legends, not Thresh from 2XKO. That's what's happening. These people just grow on top of the fucking community, and they collaborate each other, and then just grow over it, and infect it with just fucking LARPing bullshit, and that's what we deal with. And it's cringe as shit. It's cringe as shit. You know, people like SK, people like Lily Pichu, who have no stake in this, who don't fucking give a shit about any of this, it's just content to them at the end of the day. And like Deathy Deadlock and stuff like that, and all of these people just collaborate and stuff, and then it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, I'm circling the drain. I need to move on to the next bit. But yeah, it's cringe. It's cringe. And it's like, it's clear that SageM just doesn't care about fighting games. And maybe at some point he did. Maybe at some point he enjoyed fighting games. But it's clear at this point it's just a cash cow for him. It's just for monetary gain. And same thing goes for like somebody like FeedyX, who started doing his content in Tekken 7. And his content was good. He'd break down the theory of mind behind players and stuff like that in their tournament gameplay. And it was very interesting and good content. And then Tekken 8 comes out and he starts to blow up. And now it's like, this is his fucking job. This is his fucking this is what he does. He fucking does Tekken 8 now. He's the Tekken 8 guy. And he's got to tell people that, you know, this game is so sick. This game is so awesome. Because why shit on the game that you're playing? Like, who wants to hear, who's just getting into Tekken, that this game is dog shit? They're not going to watch your content. Or that your rank doesn't matter, that your rank is fucking dog shit. They're not going to watch your content. You know? So you gotta make that calculate. You gotta bite that bullet. And it's so fucking cringe. But he'll tell you that Tekken 8 is a good fighting game. SageM will tell you that Street Fighter 6 and Guilty Gear Strive are good fighting games, and people are just negative about the new game. People just hate the new game. People always just hate the new game. When it's clear, when you can look at the statistics and people dropping these games, that this game has problems. And, I mean, it's not like it's anything new. Like, a lot of people dropped Street Fighter when Street Fighter 5 came out. A lot of Street Fighter 4 players dropped Street Fighter when Street Fighter 5 came out. I'm not saying that didn't happen. I'm not saying Street Fighter 5 was the worst game ever. But Street Fighter 5 flopped. Street Fighter 5 had to change. And it's Street Fighter 5 that, towards the end of the game's life, actually became a fucking decent game. It actually became a decent game. Street Fighter 6 has no incentive whatsoever to become a decent game. It has 30,000 players daily. It has a bunch of streamers and stuff like that it paid to play the game. But it's completely artificially boosted. It's artificially boosted because it's just in people's faces and is algorithmically driven. Because they're willing to pay people in order to play their game. It's fucking insane. And you can just game the system like that. That's how it works now. You know? And doing collaborations, like, every single month they got a new fucking collaboration with some fucking nonsense. You know? They got Tifa Lockhart in the fucking game. Now kill me. I don't know what to say. And this guy's gonna pin all of these problems that have been clear and that he has been in line with, that he's gone to these EVO events and not had any problems with before, and now he's going to have all of these problems, but it's about Saudi Arabia. It's Saudi Arabia. Like I said, I'm not a defender of Saudi Arabia either. I'm not going to fucking defend... You got me fucked up if you think I'm going to defend Saudi Arabia. But it's like, now it's like, dude, Mohammed bin Salman, if you go to EVO, Mohammed bin Salman himself is going to come and behead you if you're gay. Or a woman. Oh my god, oh no, you know, and it's so cringe when he's had no objections before. I think I already said this, when he has had no objections before when it comes to Fatal Fury, when it comes to King of Fighters, when it comes to any SNK game before, he'll play those games. I don't think he's ever commentated those games, because those games suck ass and he's the primo commentator. Maybe he has, maybe I'll look into that, because if he has, like, dude, you should actually just fucking rope. You should, holy shit, bad things. But yeah, he made this performative statement, and now at EVO they announced their like locals thing. that they're going to be like, that Evo is going to be like trying to go grassroots and shit, and it's bullshit. It's bullshit. And some of this that he's saying that I agree with, but the problem is, once again, he pins it all on Saudi Arabia. And that's like, oh, now Mohammed bin Salman, he's going to come to your locals personally and behead you if you're gay. Dude, if Mohammed bin Salman is beheading all the gays at your locals, who the fuck is going to play Guilty Gear Strive? Who the fuck is going to play Guilty Gear Strive? It's only going to be Street Fighter 6 players now. The fighting games are dead. Fighting games are dead, certainly. I don't know.
So, really,
but yeah, it's very cringe. And that's basically what this video is.
No, I didn't go to Evo. I did not go to Evo because they were purchased by the Saudi Arabian government, to be more specific, and then are engaging in sports washing. And boy, when they went up there to do their Evo announcements, the crowd sure went mild. They were like, we've got Evo Singapore. And you know how you're public speaking, you pause for the crowd to get high?
Evo Singapore. I can't wait for Evo Qatar as well. That's on my bucket list, bro. If there's an Evo Qatar, boom, I'm booking that first flight there. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. And this motherfucker, he's in like a Chipotle ad and shit too. He's in like a fucking, like I said, it's just, everybody's a performative leftist, man. Everybody's a fucking,
and there wasn't a fucking word in there.
Until unless they're getting paid, man.
They're in Korea, and they're like, guess what?
But it's clear that it's just, he doesn't,
back to the U.S. And the crowd was like, okay, I guess, fuck me. Like they were like, you want me to get hyped for that? Like, well, I'm not going then. Like, that shit's far, you know? I mean, they announced this in New York though, which is pretty hype. I'm gonna get Mamdani to go, bro. We can hit the bodega on the way there. I got the 10 a.m. shift. Hit me up. The other bit of news, Evo announced this when it was purchased, that they were going to solve locals forever. Their plan, I'm sure at the time, was basically non-existent. I don't think they had any plans, and they were like, we should probably make it. And the plan is they are giving away $1 million in the hands of local organizers. They basically just said, we have a lot of money. They said we have a big list
oil money, oil slave money.
We looked around and we had all this stuff. And
Saudi Arabia is the greatest country on earth.
Right? They have their interactive locals map. You may be like, this is really awesome. This is a great place to engage with and find locals. But there's already multiple versions of this that already exist. For example, this is Ultra David's list of locals. And it's sorted by country.
I mean, he's right. He's right on all this.
State or province or whatever. Where the metro area is, where the venue is, what the address is, how often they meet, what day they meet.
The cringe thing is to make this like a,
and this
when it's like it's
is
clear that this is personally motively driven.
As you can see, it is far more
I don't keep my crystals.
And it's updated. And Speedkick's also built the same thing. There's also a Find My
I'll do
Locals
level
FGC
one.
thing.
Level
It's just another version of a thing that our people have already put together. I think probably the more valuable part.
Dude, I don't keep my crystals, and I only need 11 crystals.
And they're saying like basically we can give you money for venue fees, production, staffing, graphic designers, trailer makers, social medias, introductions to commentators, or pretty much anything to run your event. Now, the real question on basically everybody's mind, what's the stipulation? Like, what are they trying to do? The surface level thing is, well, Evo was purchased by the government of Saudi Arabia, then expanded to take over every basically major space in every country, and is like now running 9 events a year.
Yes, total Saudi Arabia world domination.
This is like, well, we own all of the majors. Why don't we then offer money to all the locals, so then we own the fighting game community from the local to the regional to the major level, and then have basically total control of every single part? Because, you know, that's essentially what this is going to do. Now, is there a world where like the stipulations for this are really lax, and essentially what you're getting from this is your local organizer just gets free money from Evo for nothing? Potentially,
like,
it could.
I don't know. It's all very cringe, but it's like to pin this on like, oh, this is a Saudi Arabia thing. This is Saudi Arabia. It's like, no, motherfucker. No, motherfucker. This is an Evo thing. This is an Evo thing, and I hate to say it because he's supposed to be the fucking lefty here, not me. This is a fucking capitalism. Oh my god, it's fucking kill me, dude. Fucking kill me, dude. Fucking kill me, dude. But it's like, if this wasn't obvious years ago, before fucking Saudi Arabia bought it out, which was like this year, right? This wasn't obvious years ago that they're just going to keep growing and growing and fuck everybody. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's so fucking corny. It's so fucking corny. You know?
Like, you don't have to put Evo branding on a bunch of your stuff, or like shout out Evo, or Evo can use all your footage. There's no like loophole of like, oh, as part of being part of this, Evo gains access to whatever, or you have to like not have conflicting sponsors, or like, you know, stuff like that, which
like,
people,
and it's like, look at this,
concerned about, and like, you know, could be part of the deal or could not be part of the deal. But yeah, I mean, it is reaching even further beyond ownership of,
because the games are dog shit,
flagship.
Everybody who gave a shit about the games
inside the fighting game community, and getting even deeper into like the true grassroots part of the community that exists currently outside of their reach. And the real thing is, like, even if at first it seems like a lot of really awesome money that your community can get, what are both stipulations now and stipulations later, and expectations about what they expect you to do or what you have to do to be
no gays allowed in your local. No gays allowed in your local.
Retweets to likes, that there's a lot of people who are quite hesitant to accept this money. There's a lot of people who are like, dude, fuck, it's rad. Who cares? You're stealing money from them and just
like, it's like, I don't know. There's gonna be fucking stipulations or whatever. Like I don't know. No gays allowed at your local. I don't even know what to say. It's just all of this. So this guy can seem virtuous for not going to fucking Evo when he just doesn't want to. It's the most cringe shit ever. Like, I don't even know what to say. But yeah, I mean, the whole video, I don't feel like
just giving it to your
the
local
whole video.
Or
the whole
like,
video is just this.
Correct.
Just this.
To take money from the government of Saudi Arabia, and you can just allow women and gay people at your event, and they'll never know you got their ass. These are like literally
like,
the tweets.
Where does it say in the fine
like,
print? Anywhere. Where does it say at Evo or any of these events that gay people or women are not allowed? Bro, I was just at I was just at Evo. There's a lot of women, and I can smell gay people. Okay? Not to be I'm just saying. There's a lot of there was still a lot of Guilty Gear Strive entrances, okay? There's a lot of Guilty Gear Strive entrances. If that ain't proof enough, I don't know what is. Like, where does it say? Where in the fine print? Find me this. I want to see this. I want to see. Let me. Where does it say on Evo's fucking website? Like, I don't know. I don't even know what to say, man. Like, and you open up the fucking thing, and the first thing that comes up, it's not Mohammed bin Salman's fucking face and cock and balls in your face, man. It's fucking Chipotle. Real food, real community. Real community that will never participate in a fucking tournament. Real community that's only here to watch Tyler 1 and Ludwig play. Real community whose first fucking fighting game is Guilty Gear Strive, or God forbid, Street Fighter 6. Real community, my ass. Everybody else is gone. Everybody else is disinterested. You gotta pay people to play these fucking games. And it works. You just jingle people's keys. Jingle fucking keys. VSAV. These are the streams. I don't know. He does bring up at one point the locals. Where does he do? Where's he
you can sneak them in. It's a really unfortunate reality that people are living in. Like, I support the LGBTQ people who come to my events, but I could also support them more with like 5 more consoles that have Guilty Gear Strive on them. That's the tweets and stuff you're seeing from people. It's very unfortunate, because this is what the end goal is that you are willing to like look, you know, you squint and like look past some of the problem of like what's going on to try to just take the money. They have asked me, why don't I just go to Evo, accept the Evo paycheck, and then get that big sack of cash from doing EWC or Gamers Aid or Evo or whatever it was back before,
from a utilitarian
and then use that
perspective,
money and re-spend it back into the community in like a positive way.
Brain
I would say that's an interesting question, but then I would counter with EWC and Gamers Aid have been happening for a long time. You know, know, I spend money on stuff like that away for nothing. So there's a lot of Evo's kind of go. Let's say
got a
you
fucking
don't have a big problem with the Saudi ownership of Evo. You personally have no issue with it, right? It's unlikely they'll want to own this forever and just burn money for like a frivolous reason for forever.
Bro,
if they buy
like
up Evo and then expand
reasons.
Evo to 9 new locations and then also build a 10th Evo championship crossover game event and then also give a calendar year act of acquisition, then you have a weaker grassroots scene, a weaker regional and major scene, and a of something like this. I don't know if you've paid attention to the Saudi buyout of various parts of media, things like combat sports and golf as an example. I mean, they just dumped golf. They built this entire golf league and then they just were like, and they just pulled the plug and it's all gone. Yes as well. Soccer/football as well. Like basically everything. The other thing that should concern you, and I haven't really seen a lot of people talk about, is that the Tekken World Tour Finals were absorbed by
cringe.
Evo Singapore.
This shit is
that seems
cringe.
pretty fucking alarming. And
I
like,
100%
not a lot of
agree that
people
this shit
really
is fucking
said
so
anything about
stupid.
it, you know? I think it was great. Fernman tweeted.
But
and
it's
I
like, once
quote,
again, like,
"Maybe I'm
to
a
make
little
this a
woke, but
Saudi
anybody else
Arabia
think they're
thing, it
fun?"
all goes back to the Saudi Arabia thing. And at the end of the day, all you can fucking say is they're homophobic and they don't like women, the Saudi government. That's it. That's all. All of this. And that's it. It's just a performative. I don't even want to say. I don't even know, bro. I'm gonna become a fucking whole-on ML class reductionist if I have to listen to this fucking Sajam guy for one more goddamn second, dude. The whole fucking. It's like that's all you have to say.
There's a little crossover.
That's the problem.
In Singapore together at the same location. I don't know how else to tell you
this. It's not an issue that they just stomp on the whole scene with or without Saudi Arabia. Like I said, this would happen without Saudi Arabia. I'm telling you, this would happen. They were already doing all of this with the fucking Saudi Arabia. Without Saudi Arabia. Evo. He brings up the Evo locals website. Let me see that. Well, like segment of the website. I just want to, this page. I just want to read it for myself because I'm interested. If you're a TO who needs more setups, financial support for venue fees, production, staffing, graphic designer, trailer markers, social media best practices, introductions, commentary, such as like everything under the sun, we want to support you. We have $1 million available to help organizers. I'm interested. Is this for like individual organizers, or there's no way they're giving out $1 million just like that to like every single? Because there's organizers and locals all over that. There's got to be like a size, or maybe just in total. Like this is like a bait thing. I have no idea on the details of this because $1 million to like $1 million seems nothing if that's their whole funding for this project, but like. If they're talking $1 million to every single TO, that's fucking crazy. Start something new for their communities, applications, grants, partnerships. Your TOs as much as possible so we can get ready to collaborate when this goes live. FGC Community Director. It is Tekken EU. Oh, it is cringe. It is cringe. It is cringe. I'm not saying it's not cringe. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm just saying the FGC is a sinking ship. It's a sinking, dying ship. Fighting games suck ass. This community has no real... It's not a community. It's not a community. The only people here are just for the aesthetics of fighting games. They're people who watch Tyler 1 and fucking Ludwig. That's who's here. People actually give a shit about fighting games, which they still go. Like, there's still people who give a shit about fighting games because, like I said, these tournaments still run BSAV. These tournaments still run, old games. And, people come for those. People who don't play the modern fighting games come for some of those old games. And come for, like, BBCF. And come for that kind of stuff. But like it's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. And these problems are now they're an issue. Now they're an issue that Saudi Arabia's bought it. But Saudi Arabia was never an issue before when talking about KLF. They were never an issue when talking about SNK. When playing their games. When glazing their games. They weren't an issue. SNK was never an issue. Saudi Arabia was never an issue. Oh. But now, when Sajam, Steven Sajam Lionel, or whatever the fuck his name is trying to distance himself from the FGC, is trying to go more into variety, fucking instead of doing anything Evo related or fighting game related, he's not even playing fighting games on his off time, right? He played that fucking Mecha Chameleon game with a bunch of random fucking slop streamers and VTubers while Evo was going on. And I'm not saying, like, if you've got a principled position to say fuck Evo, because I do. Fuck Evo. That shit is... I've been saying fuck Evo for a while. The moment they cut top 8 and made it top 6, they reverted that change, but now the final day is 3 top 8s instead of 4. As well as they also have a bunch of other things going on in the background, like they don't close down the whole venue and only have the last day, like top 8s and stuff like that, right? But the moment they said they had that shit, I was like, fuck Evo. And I know I'm a nobody. I know my word doesn't mean a whole lot. But, like, this was a mile away. This was a mile away. And didn't this guy literally have a video saying Salvatore Ganacci was cool? Or am I a fucking retard? Was that Sajam? Somebody was saying that Salvatore Ganacci was growing on them. Which this is like... Salvatore... How do I fucking spell this retard's name? Salvatore Ganacci. How do I fucking... Yeah, this was like, nobody liked it as soon as it came out. He has more stuff. Maybe it wasn't, I think it was Maximilian, dude, who's like, whoa, Salvatore Ganacci's actually kind of cool. Yeah, see, like people were changing it when he actually came out, because he was like a real character or whatever. It's still pretty fucking cringe, but like, yeah, YouTube fucking sucks. I know he has more than one video talking about fucking Salvatore Ganacci.
Yeah, kind of funny in some ways.
Ronaldo, Fatal Fury, actually. I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. Everybody is a fucking lefty. Everybody is a fucking lefty unless they're getting paid. That's all I'm saying. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. It's so cringe. It's so fucking cringe. Anyway, I'm tired. I really don't have a lot else to say. I think it's late, and I don't know. Maybe I'll figure something out. I gotta take some time to think for a bit. And I don't really have much else to say. That's it.